Now to history and how it relates to current events. Russia's Vladimir Putin may call it a genocide, but David Cameron steadfastly doesn't. Barack Obama now no longer does. As for the German Bundestag, in the past few days, it voted to recognize events in 1915 as the Armenian genocide. The ruling has implications on everything from ongoing British wars in Libya and Syria to perceived German expansionism. It was in April 1915 that the crumbling Ottoman Empire held 2 million Armenians, but by 1922 there were fewer than 400,000. In 2015, the case for Turkish politician Dogu Perinçek's right to deny the genocide was held in the European Court of Human Rights as the centenary of the genocide was remembered on the streets. On one side of the case, former chairman of the Workers' Party and lawyer Dogu Perinçek; on the other, on the behalf of the Armenian government, human rights lawyer Jeffrey Robertson QC and barrister Amal Clooney. We'll hear from Clooney and Robertson's side of the case after the break. Perinçek's case was upheld, and the son of Dogu Perinçek, Mehmet, who worked with him on the case, now joins us now via Skype from Istanbul in Turkey. Dr. Perinçek, thanks for coming on Going Underground. So let's begin with why you don't believe there was an Armenian genocide.
I have been working in Russian archives on the subject already more than 15 years. I worked in Tsarist period archive, in Soviet period archive, in military gendarmerie archives, or in archive of Ministry of Foreign Affairs, etc. And this Russian archive records shows that it was not genocide. It was a mutual massacre between Muslim population and Armenians. Of course, it was a big tragedy, but this tragedy was just not only for Armenians, for Kurdish or for Turkish people too. This mutual massacre was provoked by great powers to divide and share the Ottoman Turkish territory. Armenian question was always an instrument in the hands of imperialist states against Turkey. And under these circumstances, Turkey defended himself. To understand the event of 1915, one must carefully examine the period before it. Documents at the Tsarist Russian archives give first-hand evidence and reveal the legitimacy of the relocation decision as the documents of a nation which was outright at war with the Ottoman Empire at that time. There are two main points that help us better understand the development of events of 1915. The first point is the alliance between the massive Armenian population, Turkish Armenian, Ottoman Armenian population under the Dashnak leadership, and the imperialist European states and Tsarist Russia. The second is the policy of the ethnic cleansing against the Muslim population by the Armenian voluntary committees in the order to change the demographic balance in the region. Tsarist Russian archives are full of documents that prove these facts.
You were in a legal case quite recently with your father, and the opposing side, Jeffrey Robertson QC and Amal Clooney, made the point that genocide cannot be judged by historians, it must be judged by the legal system. There's a legal definition. What do you think of that argument?
Yeah, the decision of European Court of Human Rights at the case Perinçek versus Switzerland, which was held on 15 November 2015, doesn't only concern freedom of speech. In addition, the decision points that we need a court decision to name an event as genocide. At the same decision, the European Court of Human Rights says that the event of 1915 is not in the same category with the Holocaust, genocide against Jewish people during the Second World War. Genocide is a crime. It's a juristic term. You cannot use this word as you use massacre or mass killings. In other words, without a verdict of an authorized or competent court, you cannot label an event as a genocide.
So why do you think President Obama, certainly when he was a senator, President Putin, the Pope, all use the word genocide?
Obama doesn't use this word.
Well, as a senator, he did.
But the genocide, this term or Armenian genocide is a political issue now. It's not a historical issue, and the Western countries doesn't care about the Armenian interest or tragedy in 1915. Armenian question is not a question between the Turks and Armenian people. It's very important. The both of them, Armenians and Turks or Kurds, are Muslim population, are victims of the imperialist plans. Same as in the past, Armenian question is between Turkey and Greek powers which wish to divide Turkey.
Okay, but if it is a political question, then surely those who do call it the Armenian genocide say, yes, it is political, which is why NATO powers, your fellow NATO powers, say don't like to call it a genocide because they need your airbase, Incirlik airbase, to fly and bomb Syria and Iraq, of course, in the past.
Exactly. In the history, Greek powers used this problem to establish Greek Armenia under own control. Today, in the agenda of USA, we see the Greater Middle East Project and Greek Kurdistan. USA needs Armenian genocide allegations for this project. It's very important. They want to show struggle of Turkish army against separatist terror as genocide or massacre. Armenian genocide allegations have this propaganda, and so they can do groundwork for an invasion of Turkey.
Isn't the problem, though, that if you looked at the Soviet archive and judged that it had been an Armenian genocide, you, in Turkey, would not be able to say it was, because Article 301 of the Turkish Penal Code prohibits insulting Turkishness, and the Turkish modern state was created out of that genocide, those who use the word suggest.
Yeah, in Turkey, in the freedom you can say, yeah, there was a genocide or not. There is not a problem in Turkey about this freedom of speech, about this subject, I think.
But ironic that you, in effect, in a free speech case, were saying that one should be able to deny the accusation of an Armenian genocide. I'm talking about the Swiss case. Mm-hmm. And you're in a country where people are jailed for insulting Turkey.
No. In Turkey, there's no one person was jailed because of they said there was a genocide. No. For example, I say I'm working in a university and I said there is no genocide. I jailed in Turkey too for 2 years.
But so you do see both sides of historical.
It's not belongs to Armenian genocide allegations.
So the actual wording of this Article 2 Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide says a synchronized attack on different aspects of life of the captive people. You don't believe that that sentence could be applied in any way to the events of 1915?
Yeah, but this, according to the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment the Crime of Genocide 1948, decision about genocide can only be taken by regional courts, and in our case, only Turkish courts or international criminal courts. Except them, no another institution is competent, authorized to take a decision about genocide. And as you know, not long time ago, one week ago, Bundestag, the German parliament, took a decision about Armenian genocide. And first of all, I want to underline that German parliament, this Bundestag, is not competent to take any decision about genocide according to Convention 1948.
Which is why Recep Tayyip Erdogan was so obviously irritated. What strains on NATO do you think statements like that from the Bundestag, the agreement, the vote to call it a genocide, will create?
Yeah, as I told, it's a political issue. American forces use Incirlik not only against regional countries in the Middle East. They use Incirlik against Turkey too.
How?
Turkey has to close the Incirlik air base, and Turkey has to send the German warplanes back to Germany because of this decision. And Incirlik base is in Turkey for to establish a Kurdish puppet marionette states in the American plans.
Mehmet Perinçek, thank you.
Thank you.